All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ross with 98.1 The Max. Welcome to the Stump, where we feature local artists right here in Memphis. We talk about, everything under the sun, their music, what their plans are. And just a reminder, we rescheduled with the Everdeens. They're going to be coming in next Wednesday. I had to reschedule that. I had a bit of a bout of chlamydia of the face, strep throat, so we pushed them back a couple of weeks. But I'm live, viral, and ready to go. But today, one of my favorite bands here in Memphis. Very excited to have you guys in here. You guys put on an incredible show. The Future Losers. We got Chase and we got Joey. Thanks for coming in and talking with us today, man.
Thank you
for having us, man. Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
How you guys deal with the crud? You guys got a little bit of that yet, or are you just holding off?
Mine's like year round.
Year round?
Yeah, I get used to it.
And you're a drummer too, so like you're always dealing with. Our drummer has to get like the sinus cocktail shots, like once a year just to get through the season.
Yeah, I've got this theory that if you drink enough, it kills all the germs.
Oh.
So I don't really get sick.
It's like sterile. It's like I was like hear about this guy who inhales his own urine to sterilize his sinuses.
He does it through his nose or something.
Yeah,
right?
puts it through his nose, and I'm like, I don't know how he figured that one out, how he figured out that worked for him, but if it wasn't a dare, I don't.
Yeah.
That's like some next level. Like,
that's some single man stuff.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if you're married, you got a girlfriend, you're trying to work things out. No, but I'm just gonna skip to one of my favorite parts about your show. Obviously, you guys are like the grunge, like you're like our Nirvana, our grunge band here in Memphis. And I don't know if I'm mischaracterizing you when I say that, and if I am, sorry.
No, I grew up with Nirvana. It's one of my favorite bands.
All right, cool.
That was where most of it came from.
Okay.
Initially, at least, for sure.
But one of the things, and I don't know if you guys come from money or what, dude, but you are demolishing a guitar at live shows constantly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I don't do it every show, but it's more like for us, it's part of the show to me because like it's like bringing things to that emotional intensity and the release, because there's like healing in it, Also, like you talk about like the art of destruction.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes like it's good to just throw away old things and start new. That's kind of the way I look at it.
Oh, you just got a guitar that's just got the action on it's not really up to
Yeah,
speed, and you're just like, screw this, you're gone next show.
Yeah,
man.
that's always good. I like to go pawn shopping a lot, so I'll go find me like a little guitar, and I'll be like, this one's kind of nice. I'll play around with this one for a while. It might make a few shows, and then if I get to that point where I'm like, okay, man, it's been a rough week. We're gonna just let it all out, and that's what ends up happening sometimes.
That's cool because depending on what I think we've played with you once about a year and a half ago, and I was in, and after we get off stage, I'm done. I need like a 15-minute breather, just kind of relax and get my head. And then someone came and got me. They're like, dude, they're smashing their equipment in the next room right now. You got to get in there and watch this. And I was like, all right, cool. And then you're going to town on it. And I was like, man, these guys. Because I don't know if it was a pawn shop guitar or whatnot, but I'm like, man, I got 2 guitars and I can't afford to smash either one of them. And then you're like right there, like, because if he's swinging, you're not far behind with your equipment, man. It's coming for you.
Usually I just accept, if I see it happening and I'm right there in it, I just accept it and be like, all right, let's do it. Let's tear something up. I'm riding off him.
The only rule is we don't mess with your cymbals.
If we could avoid those, are a little too expensive.
Dude, cymbals are like Honda Civics, just sitting up there. You could drive those things for the price they are sometimes.
I won't even play his drum kit out of fear of cracking cymbals.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
I have some old busted ones I keep to the side that we swap out if he wants to just jam out for a minute.
Or go ham on them.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How long you guys been playing together?
It's been 4 years now?
3.5, I think. It's in August is when our anniversary or whatever. I don't know if that's an anniversary, but yeah, 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah, 3.5 years.
3.5 years? Hold on 1 second.
Lay that answer
I
down.
want to turn this down real quick. Unprofessional.
Come on, man.
But 3.5 years, man, that's like a lifetime, man, because a lot of times you give a band a year and a half, 2 years, and then everything else from that is like a bonus. But that's when you start actually like kind of connecting. You go back to old material, you start refining it, and like, how many old songs have you guys, when you first played and recorded on your phone or something like that, and gone back to?
Oh, a bunch. Like
a bunch.
Yeah, like usually like, and we've got a bunch that they don't get realized sometimes. You know, But we all try to write somewhat. I tend to write most of the songs usually, but like we're about to put out this EP we're working on. It Moved the Air with Alyssa.
Nice.
And on that one, we're gonna do 5 songs. I think Joey, you wrote one, and then our bass player Ross wrote another one. So we're trying to branch out like that.
Yeah, you guys are actually a 3-piece, and there's another bass player. Ironically enough, Ross. But there can only be one in the room.
Hey, Ross.
I might have killed him.
It's like if you're listening out there.
Sorry,
buddy,
Ross. We would have loved to have you in here, man.
Yeah, he couldn't get out of work. That's the thing.
No, I hear you. What do you guys playing hooky?
Hooky? No, I usually have Wednesdays off actually, so it worked out perfect for me.
What are you doing?
I work at a restaurant.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, so I usually have Wednesdays off, and I was like, cool. You know,
What an odd day to have off.
I know my schedule's a little weird. It's kind of like every other day sometimes, you know. But
So that's a good day to go to the DMV, I suppose.
yeah, he's got a big boy job over here, so he's get all the
Personal
all
time.
the perks.
That was my thing.
Oh yeah, what are you doing these days?
I work at a manufacturing plant, National Guard Products. And I'm the quality manager there. Been there for almost a year now, so that's been a lot of fun.
I'm about to say I'd have a drummer in charge of quality control, like 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4.
Because the drumming and math, it definitely lines up on some level.
I would imagine, man. Just be careful. You guys are fertile beasts. You're smiling and giggling. Don't poke holes in it, man. Check them before you wear them.
Right.
So what kind of so you're working on a new EP, Move the Air Studio. Alyssa Moore, we're gonna have her on the Stump, I believe in June before her album is released, because she's working on a new album.
Yeah, she's told us about
But yeah, so you this is your album that you have out right now already.
Yeah, that's the first one we did.
And that's on Spotify and all that
released
stuff.
that one.
13 songs. You guys swung for the fences on that one, right?
Yeah, we wanted to try to do a full length, just come right out the bat with it, you know, and I think we put that out like
That was December 31st, 2016. So
Yep.
the very last day in 2016.
Yeah, we were trying. It took so long in the year. We were determined to release it in 2016. So we got to
We
where
got
like
that.
the last day. We're gonna drop it for New Year's.
Those days add up, man. If you're not careful, it'll take forever
Oh, I know.
in
right?
a day
Like,
to put that out.
The devil's in the details sometimes. You know, just working on stuff. Like, I don't know. Sometimes like, you know, I'm the overcritical one at all of us. I'm the one who's like sitting there like, okay, we need to do this, and they kind of keep me in line. So if like Joey looks at me and he's like, say, dude, you're wearing this out. I'm like, okay, give me a pass. So we kind of rely on each other to make decisions a lot of times.
I think that's a lot of our relationship is Chase is the brain. He's always got some ideas cooking or putting these dots together that I can't see yet. And I'm more of like, all right, how we get there?
Yeah.
Let's try this.
Joey gets
Let's
stuff
do
done.
this.
Quality control, man.
Yeah.
There's got. I mean, honestly, if it's just like a whole bunch of idealistic artists just running around at the same time, you'll never put out anything.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it really is like a management of personality sometimes. So
Yeah, for sure.
but the trick is not to take it personal when it does happen. You know, like if there's ever been like a time where like someone said to you or you said to somebody else, and you're like, all right, dude.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I need a minute. I need to take a smoke break and walk away and come back.
Yeah, we're pretty good about not having band drama. I don't think we don't really get into
I don't
it too
think we've
much.
ever
Me
really
and him
had
actually
one.
live together.
Yeah.
Oh, right on, man.
Yeah, we're roommates, so you know if we can live together, we can.
Yeah,
together,
I figured that
suppose.
was the big test. So I think we're, we can roll with the band for a while if we can live, together.
Was Ross just vacation at your place?
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
Do you have is it a house or apartment?
it's a house.
It's a house. Oh, so you guys get set up and practice at your place?
Yeah, we've actually got a basement in our house that we
That's awesome.
we
Yeah.
soundproofed it out, and we do some shows there occasionally.
Yeah,
Oh, right on,
we're
man.
trying to do more, but it's work doing your own show.
It is promoting it and making sure people show up, get other bands to come out there, and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, but they're always fun. They're usually fun. We've done 2 for Christmas. Christmas is like the
Christmas. That's the
season.
big our big house show.
Like
or
Festivus
whatever.
for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we got like all his friends come in town and stuff. Everybody, so we're all, it's a good time to throw a party.
I'm about to say, at least if you're gonna throw your guitar in trash place, it's your own stuff.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You can't tell us what to do.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Miles.
Also, by the way, the name Future Losers is one of those names that I'm like, can't believe it's not taken. It's just a really bitchin' name.
Oh, I know. I looked like when we were trying to come up with a band name. I had this huge list, and we picked out like 5 that were good. I think like 2 or 3 of them were taken already, and that was the one that was like still available. So we're like, okay, yeah, Future Losers, we'll rock that.
We'll go with that one. Yeah, yeah.
All right. What were the other ones?
Sexual Tyrannosaurus is one.
Sexual Tyrannosaurus?
That's what we started as for a minute.
Yeah.
Really?
You ever seen Predator or whatever with it's
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, but it's like Jesse Ventura says it, like in the helicopter, and I just always thought it was the funniest thing in the world. You know.
Did he say like, I'm a sexual Tyrannosaurus?
I was like, where does that come from? Like, it just out of nowhere. You know, he's trying to get some guy to chewing tobacco or something. But,
That's like 2 words I wouldn't even know to put together.
Right.
yeah, it's when it just comes off the tongue nicely or something.
I don't even know if I know how to spell Tyrannosaurus. It'd be kind of tough to...
We were going to abbreviate it as Sex Rex.
Sex Rex?
So that's the plan.
That's pretty slick. I like that. But you decided on Future Losers. It's a sick name. By the way, this is a dope T-shirt right here. Make sure if you guys see these guys, you buy merch, because merch is, I mean, that is gold, man. That is what keeps the engine running at most of the time.
Yeah.
What's it called? You got any shows coming up?
Yeah, our next one's on May 2nd with a band called Fields from LA. Mm-hmm. It's that one's at Hot Town, right?
Yeah, it's Hot Town.
Yeah, that's the next one we're playing. So if anyone wants to come out there, like
May 2nd.
May 2nd with Fields.
Come out and see us.
What kind of band's Fields?
They're kind of like post grunge, like garage rock kind of band.
Okay.
Yeah, they remind me a lot of the Pixies. That was the sound that I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Love the Pixies, man.
Yeah, the Pixies.
Love the Pixies.
Pixies are amazing.
Yeah, it was funny you said, because that's like I was listening to your I was listening to your music to kind of lead up here to kind of get a bit more familiar with it. And I was like, Pixies, Nirvana. It's just like it's like a grunge bomb. Just went off and made me happy, man. But you guys go heavy. You guys gotta have some riffs that just go deep, dark, and just kind of stand alone by itself, man. I mean, it kind of hits, man.
Yeah, we try to balance out between doing because like some bands are like really riff based, and we always try to be like melodically based as much as possible. Mm-hmm. You know, and
while still having that.
Trying to get the best of both worlds.
Right.
A lot of times is one of the goals we have. Like one thing we've been experimenting with, like vocal layering, like having a lot more background vocals.
Yeah,
it's trying to like thinking like vertically, trying to make one section more thick with harmony.
Yeah,
and I was like, if we can get that with like heavy riffs too, then we've got like awesome stuff to play with. You know,
get the sweet money making melodies and all that going on with the meat and dirt of all the low end riff kind of stuff going on.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, because like it's not like that's the one thing that I think sometimes gets lost. Like, you are making a song and you can make it do whatever you want, but to actually kind of like give it to somebody, like something somebody can hum in the back.
Yeah.
And they watch it so it can become familiar. That way, someone can when they see you, when they listen to it again, they can kind of join in with you.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of like to me, like a song's like a vehicle for like an idea and an emotion.
Yeah.
So if you can, it's I don't know, it's like making like a Jack and Coke. Like the Jack's like the raw emotion, the Coke's just like the melody in the song.
Sometimes people like put a little too much liquor into it.
Yeah, right.
It's just a good time, but could get you in trouble.
Right.
By the way, I love this shirt. Did you write those? Did you draw those butterflies as the eyebrows?
No, I didn't. This is a thrift store shirt.
God, what store did you get that from?
I don't even remember, man. City Thrift, maybe, I think, on Summer. Sounds like I think so. I don't know, I just saw it, and I like little things like that are unique like that, because I figured, maybe some like 5-year-old was like, hey, let me draw some, eyebrows that were butterflies on the shirt, and I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Picture like a couple that was in love, and they were laying down in a hammock. Mm-hmm. And they kind of she's like, it would be really cool if I put that there.
Yeah, there's a story we'll never know.
Yeah.
There, that's what I kind of like about things like that.
And then they broke up, and then they're like, I gotta get rid of this shirt.
Yeah, then
it brings me pain, but it brings you joy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty slick.
Yeah, and then it ends up in my closet somehow at the end of it all. So I don't know, like it's like the uniqueness of things.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, like. That's what I like about like thrift store shopping or pawn shops or whatever. There's always like a story. Like how did this thing arrive here that I happened to stumble upon?
Oh yeah, man.
Writing music's a lot like that too, I think.
Like even if something was built like in 1992 and it's a piece of crap, it still existed since 1992.
Yeah, it made it here somehow.
And the 90s were like 30 years ago at this point, so it's had a life of its own.
I know, I feel so old now.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 29.
Ah, you ain't old, dude.
I
You're
know.
good.
I'm on the last year of my 20s, though. I gotta make it a good one, I guess.
Yeah. Well, when I was 29, I decided to get a lip ring because I was like, I can't get a lip ring in my 30s. That's just not. I don't know how I can justify that and look at someone in a straight face like, yeah, I'm 31. I'm gonna get my first lip ring. But I figured I'd just get it out of my system.
Did it last the year?
Oh, it lasted. Yeah, I had it till I was like 32, and then I actually even had hoop earrings, like the little black hoop earrings. But I moved here, and the lip ring went first because I was just tired of taking it out for the job because I was working I was doing low voltage installs at the time, and I was tired of taking it out, trying to look presentable, and it just started hurting. But I moved here, and I still had the hoop earrings, and this girl, she was a cheerleader at I think the Memphis. At the University of Memphis, and she came up to me. She's like, "What up, hoops?" I was like, "I'm done."
No.
I took him out that next day.
That was like the last.
That was the last straw. I was like, "All right, cool." And you're rocking a hoop right now.
Yeah, I've been rocking hoops since I was like what?
I always
say
forget
like
you
16.
have it.
Me too, man. Honestly.
The what?
I always forget he has it.
Yeah,
People talk about
I wear it like all the time. It's like part of my body now, I guess.
I hear you. I was playing with the scars the other day, like because once you have the holes,
Yeah.
you can't get rid of them.
Yeah, I just remember going to, I got my ear pierced when I went to Christian Brothers for a couple of years, and I had to get this, like, little clear plastic thing, because they wouldn't let you, like, wear an earring.
Yeah.
I'd always wanted to have, like, my ears pierced. So I went and did it, and I was like, I had to kind of hide it for a while, and then once I, like I said, it wouldn't close back up and everything.
Uh-huh.
And then, but yeah,
Getting your ears pierced is the defiant act at Christian Brothers, huh?
yeah, I guess, or having long hair or something. I don't know. I got in trouble for my hair a lot. I think everybody does over there.
Or having a beard,
Yeah,
et cetera, et cetera.
It's like playing for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't mustache or nothing at all.
Yeah, like
It just reminds me of like the 80s tennis player.
80s tennis player.
Yeah, the single hoop with the single hoop. You never seen it like the Andre Agassi?
Sport means
Oh,
sports.
all right, cool. Fair enough.
I'm not, sports. I'm not like I'm the most uneducated sports
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Like
So if you had any sports questions lined up,
No,
sorry,
none.
we're
I got no. We're just taking this where it goes, man. I'm like, we'll just take a left turn. We got no problem.
I always grew up. I always grew up being a big fan of Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of guitar players go through that phase,
Yeah.
But he had this like feather earring. But I didn't know anything about like Duran and the feather earring. So
you did.
I was rocking the feather earring I was like a boss. Yeah, I'm so cool. I'm like, no, you're not, dude.
To everybody, kind of like I feel like within fashion, just kind of figure out what your look is.
Yeah.
It's just always changing. There's pictures out of me with. I had like the corn was real big, so I had like the big Jinko like shorts.
Yeah.
They were really shants. They weren't quite
yeah.
shorts. They weren't quite pants. They were like right in between. But they were like the double barrel, like 36 waist, kind of like but at your calf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see pictures of that. I just want to jump off a cliff.
Oh no,
Why would
but
you do that?
it's where you come. It's where you come from. You gotta learn. You learn as you go. You know what I mean? Like after a while, I think you find kind of what your own like self identity is. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about picture, you'll get to look back and see all the mistakes, like you said, like things that are like, oh yeah, that was me.
I did that. I guess I did that.
What was your thing?
What's the least embarrassing one I can talk about? I had my hair grown out for a while.
Yeah, dude, I liked you when you had your long hair though.
That didn't last
It's
long.
like the
though, 'cause my
lion's
hair
mane,
my hair
dude.
didn't grow out or down; it goes up.
Yeah.
So like for 6 to 8 months of it, it was just like wearing a hat all the time because otherwise it'd just be like this big.
Yeah, you got some thick
Bro.
woolly head. You got a thick woolly head hair right there too.
And even when it got long and I got it was like below my shoulders or whatever, it didn't lay back. It was like a lion's mane, pretty much. Is what it laid down as. So
You're not painting a bad picture here.
It was-
Lion's mane?
Well, on a sunny or windy summer day, horrible. Because all over my face, and it's so thick that it was just like I had one of those, like costume animals
Yeah. Like
whatever,
fake.
like one of those like
People always want to kind of pull on it.
Yeah. People touching it too, man. I don't know what the deal is. People, you ever get people touching your beard?
Yeah, constantly.
Why is that?
And it's always dudes. It's always dudes.
It's a beard envy, man.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, it is usually.
Girl, we were talking about that. Like when we had heels, and we were talking about that because Brennan's got a beard, and Josh has got a little scraggly kind of thing he's got going on, and because girls hate beards. I keep hearing that girls love beards.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And I've never heard anything, but like they don't go out of their way to touch them like guys do.
Yeah.
And I don't. And
that's a good point. That I'm thinking about it now, and it's always dudes touching my beard.
Yeah, like let me get that. Like it's this weird latent like kind of like sexual thing. Like you could just admire it from afar, my man.
Yeah, you don't have to come. Don't touch my face, man.
Please, yeah.
I don't know, man. Well, I guess.
Well, I think everybody can appreciate a nice beard, though. I think everybody.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like you're not like, man, that guy's just got an ugly beard. Man, that's a nice.
We're all
beard.
descendants from mountain men.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really. I mean.
And it's like it takes time to grow the beard too. You know, like it's a commitment. You know? I think they respect the commitment.
Well, like your head, like when it grows out, there's an awkward stage. It's the same thing with a beard. You get like cowlicks and stuff like that, and then.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow my hair back out again.
Do it.
I feel like I'm still kind of semi in the awkward stage, but I just kind of started to get out of it a little bit. There was a time where I was like, I'm just gonna wear a hat like everywhere.
Yeah, weird. I mean, it's gonna have that like kind of like awkward lesbianish kind of like
yeah, I know,
look
like
at
the,
that
like
moment, but
Justin
you'll
Bieber
make it through,
haircut,
man. Just stay the course, man. Just stay the course.
No, I respect Chase's haircut philosophy. He pretty much just lets it grow out, and then he'll get like one big haircut, get it all cut off.
Yeah.
Just let it grow out all again.
Yeah, I like to change. I like to just change sometimes. It's like kind of like, oh, here's the new you. You're, you know, like I'll just have my hair like this long. And there's been times where I'll shave it off. It's like starting over or something.
Yeah.
You know.
I was just thinking, like when you're playing, it's like nice to hide behind something.
Yeah.
That's why I always grow a beard. Like I feel like I'm like Scuba Steve. I'm hiding.
Yeah, it's like it's your armor.
Yeah.
Like my thing is when you play shows, like it's weird because I like having long hair sometimes because then you don't have to really look at anybody.
True.
Because there's always that awkward moment, especially when you're playing like smaller places, where you're like, I don't want to like look at this person in the face and weird them out, so I'm gonna look over their shoulder and I'm looking at like the corner of the room. So they're like, but you know, because you don't want to just like look down the whole time, you know. But when you got your hair in your face, it's like they don't know where you're looking, so you can just kind of do whatever you want.
At what point did you start opening your eyes during shows?
What
That'd be the question because I like years. Just close your eyes and just do your gig, and then you look down. But like, do you open your eyes and look at people?
No, I never really look somebody straight in the face if I can help it. Because that makes me. I play shows. You know, my favorite part of the show is being in the crowd a lot of times. And you occasionally catch somebody that will look at you, and you're just like, oh, he's looking at me. You know, I'm like, did I do something wrong? I'm just over here like rocking out. You know, like I don't know. I don't want to make anybody
uncomfortable.
Yes. That's my goal.
Fair enough. And you're just staring at guys' asses the whole time. Yeah. That's like it's the shame. Like the viewpoint from a drum kit is two guys. And then the crowd, but half time you can't really see the crowd.
Yeah, usually it's because usually the lights are so much, you know, on the kit or whatever that I just get the glare of everything, so I can kind of see these like shadowy faces and two big butts.
You do the reverse setup there, where you put the drum kit in the front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
you guys do that every once in a while.
We've done it a few times.
Yeah, like did you catch Wine Witch when they played?
This past weekend?
Yeah.
Just a song.
Yeah, because they did the little...
Those guys are ruthless, man.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are fun. I want to get those guys in here.
I go way back with Ed and Patrick, the bass player and the drummer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're great dudes. Like, but like I was like, man, that just takes some balls, man, to, you know, like, we're just going to do it. Like flip flop it. Yeah. Because, you know, I like the drums up front because it brings the energy, like, in the center. See, we played with a band from Chicago called Vietram. And
Vietram,
yeah, and they're man, that was the first time I ever saw someone do that. Where you put the kit up front, and it kind of just makes like a little circle, so everybody's like you're on ground floor with the band.
Yeah, that's
slick. It was a small tone high room because like you know up until that point it was like the stage is for the drums, like that's everybody does the same way. And they came in town and you just like no, I'm gonna set up right here, right in front.
Oh yeah, I love their drummer, man. Their drummer.
He's a beast of a drummer too, but it was awesome because you know, there's always that little bit of the awkward gap between the band and the crowd sometimes, especially starting off. It's like that just like nipped that in the bud. It was because you're just standing right there at the drum set. Yeah. You know, and dude's singing behind him, whatever. So you're trying to hear him, But so you're, it makes it more of like you're in the mix of the music. It's not.
It makes perfect sense because there's no more action happening on stage than with the drummer.
Oh yeah, that's
so. If you really want to watch a show, watch the drummer. They put them up front because it's not like you're not going to be able to have because you have the mobility if you're playing bass, guitar, you're singing.
Yeah.
To kind of walk around, you're kind of stuck there.
Right.
So I mean, that would be really cool if more bands just kind of put the drummer front and center, like that.
Yeah, it's cool to break the rules sometimes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Change it up, turn it on its head a little bit.
Because usually, like when I watch a show, I'm watching the drummer almost like half the time because that's where all the energy is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my problem is you take so much damn space.
Yeah.
It's really what it is. But you have a relatively small. What are you playing on?
It's Pearl Vision, I think. I mean, I got that thing when I was like 7th or 8th grade.
And you're still jamming on it now?
Yeah. That was like my kit I saved up, like, summers for working or whatever, and then finally bought like a nice kit. I had that old black one.
I like that black kit.
It was a Starion. Have you ever heard of that brand? No. Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
But it was like one of those starter kind of kit things. But man, I still have it and play it every now and then because
remember one time
it's taken the abuse I've given it.
I remember that time I stood on the kick drum and it started to give.
Yeah. The whole kick drum he stood on
just
and
kind
started
of
going
wobbles.
Like,
yeah, I was like, oh Lord.
I've never seen that before.
What, the drum stand?
I've seen the drum stand, but I've never seen a kit actually kind of bow under the weight.
Yeah, it started to bow, and I was like, Joey, I might fall. I remember thinking I'm going to fall into him at one point. Like, I almost did fall off.
You did. You almost fell into me, and I was like bracing for it. And I was kind of like, keep playing, but if you fall, here I am. Come on, like.
Yeah, I always like the drum stand because it's like you're right there, drummer's right there. It's like we're here, we're just going for it.
Hell yeah, man! The last time I saw that actually I was like, these guys are having a lot of damn fun. Was In the Whale.
In the Whale. Wow.
Yeah, you ever heard of them? In the Whale. I forgot what they're from, but it's just a 2-piece, just thick sound, split signal, and the guy half the show he's standing on the drum set and then just going back and forth like, just going ape crap. I've almost cursed like 10 times so far.
Yeah, I'm doing really good.
I'm trying.
I got an A+ right now. Like I said, balls at one point, but I think that's
balls are
fine.
Balls are okay.
Yeah.
We could be talking about anything when it comes to that. But yeah, 4.5 years. I mean, you got what? Like, so when are you entering? You go in the studio for the new EP?
You mean like next time we're going in?
Yeah, next time you're going in.
29th, we'll be going in to mix some more.
Okay, so you guys have already started working on it.
Yeah, we've already got all the tracking done for 5 songs, and now we're mixing through it and kind of getting into the details.
Yeah, we got tracking done. We're just trying to. We got all the stuff we need. It's just trying to get everything mixed and balanced right.
Yeah.
And Alyssa's been great about that. She's just been putting in work.
God bless her.
God bless her.
Sometimes we get on our little. On a hunch of something, and I can tell she's just like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm gonna try my best, and she's super patient with us.
You gotta be fluent in a lot of different languages when you're a producer or director.
Yeah.
Because every band communicates differently.
Yeah.
So you're trying to communicate that idea. That was Matt Qualls. He's producing our record right now, and I call him our Yoda because I'll say a sound that I think is in my head, and he'll actually make it. And it was the first time I've ever seen anything like that. And I'm like, well, you're invited to my wedding, man. Like that's just cool. It. Yeah, you speak the language, so when you're kind of communicating that idea, I mean that's a tough moment. So if they can grab it, that's a really cool deal.
Yeah,
Alyssa's pretty good at it because she's
really good at it.
I think as far as describing something musically, you're usually better at that than I am. I think because I end up just trying to make some dumb analogy like it sounds like you're sleeping in a barn or something, and she just most of the time she's like, yeah, that, and does whatever and like makes it happen, and I'm like, okay, well I thought I was just spouting off nonsense, but you actually got what I was saying. So
I don't know why, but even that makes sense. Sleeping in a barn, it's kind of like an open, kind of groggy, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm hearing it but now I'm hearing somebody snoring in a barn next to a farm animal. I'm like, yeah, we could clean this up a little bit. That's cool, man. That's cool. I'm working on that, 5 songs, mixing. Yeah, dude. Any other shows beyond the May 2nd?
No,
it's gonna be a wild weekend to have a show.
Music
Fest.
Yeah, I know, right? I didn't really think about that.
That's why when he said that, I was thinking about. I was like, that's the Thursday.
But
okay,
yeah, it's a Thursday
so
before it, so
Yeah.
we'll be all right.
which is basically Little Friday. So
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
that's
we
everybody getting
made
ready.
it, right? We're clear.
Right, we're
music
clear
is.
of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty laid back with shows and stuff, you know, because I mean, it like I don't know, I kind of look at it like if you're playing to like 2 people or 200 people, it's the same thing.
Absolutely.
You know, some of my favorite shows we've actually played, if there only, you know, there have been like 5 people in the crowd, but they were really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's worth everything.
Yeah.
It's all about that interconnection between, you know, what the band's doing and, you know, how the sound comes out and how it hits people. And what I really like about like live shows is that everybody comes together. You know what I mean? You forget yourself, you forget your problems, everybody's on the same wavelength. You know, and that always makes me really happy, just seeing all these different people come together for like a common thing.
Yeah, it's
100%.
like that, sharing that moment. You know,
Like,
we all, no matter where you were, or whatever, where you came from, but we're doing this thing now, and you're a part of it.
Yeah,
So.
it's hard not to get like kind of like butterflies and unicorns about it, because it really is, especially if you're playing, because Lord knows that how much time that you've spent kind of rehearsing, practicing,
Yeah.
working on it. I mean, that's your time to get your emotion out too.
Oh yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
sweat it out. That's why if you're like, we played out of town for people, and it's the worst if you played out of town and like only like one person shows up. But you're like, hell, man, you're about to get every bit of all of this.
Yeah.
And you may not like it because you're going to be the only one, but
You're getting
get
it.
ready. But get ready.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the one show you were talking about at the High Tone. I think that's the one you're talking about. But it was we were playing some. I think it was a weekday show, and not a lot of people showed up or whatever. So I remember we kind of were just making jokes about it and be like, all right, well, we're just pretty much having to practice. Like, this is for us and nobody else.
Yeah.
So whatever. And then there ended up being like, it's like 5 or 6 people like kind of came in when we started playing. And I remember looking up and seeing them. It was like every direction we went, just us playing together and like getting big or getting really into one part. They were just matching that. And they were like right up on us,
Mm-hmm.
So that to me, like having those 5 people or 6, however many it was, that was better than a lot of shows we played with twice or 3 times that many people.
Yeah.
Where they're
Yeah.
just, people were just watching.
Yeah, see, everybody teaches his own show. Like when I go see a show, I'm like, I feel like I'm just spazzing out constantly.
Yeah.
Like my neck hurts the next day because I'm just like, I always think of it like you enjoy, I enjoy it, and I always look at it like if I was on that stage, man, it kind of helps them. Like you want to cheer everybody on. Like, hey man, you're doing great. Like keep rocking out. You know what I mean? And when you're really feeling it, and it's all going with that flow, that's the whole thing. That's what. The art of the live show, I think.
What's the best live show that you've gone to?
That I've gone to.
What's the one that made you cry?
Ooh, one that made me cry.
Doesn't have to make you cry. It just made you feel something. And you're like, that's what I'm talking about.
I can always tell, like, if I've just got like a big like grin on my face, I can't get
that show.
That's how I know.
That show.
Let's see, Screaming Females probably was one of the ones I went and saw them in Nashville. And
Screaming Females.
yeah, Screaming Females.
I'm gonna look them up.
They're from New Jersey. They've been around for a while. They've been around like a decade at least.
Okay.
And man, they're like amazing. Man, that was one of the first bands I heard that was like, okay, music's getting good again. Like it's all coming back circle, And
Is it like one of those ironic names where it's just like a bunch of dudes named Screaming Females, or is it like actually Screaming Females?
It's one girl. She's the lead singer.
Okay.
And then 2 dudes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, but they're like super cool. They're one of my favorite bands for sure.
I like how it's not like a generic big band, because like sometimes it's just like a band that you like no one else has ever heard of or something like that. It's personal to you.
Right.
And it's just like that the special connection.
Yeah.
Screaming Female. What about you?
I'm trying. What is Tyrannovox's the new name?
Busco Mujo Palace.
Busco Mujo Palace.
Can't.
When they,
Busco?
I remember, is it Bosco? Bosco Mujo Palace.
I think it's Busco with a U.
Bosco,
or
Busco, Muhu Palace.
Yeah, whichever one. I remember that they had some riffs and some. I just remember they started playing, and that was one of those head turner kind of things where I wasn't quite up at the stage yet, but they started playing, and I was like, oh man, okay, and it just sucked me in. I don't know. I think
Where was this at?
This was at P&H.
Yeah,
P&H?
P&H.
Okay.
But I don't know. Probably the most emotional I ever got in the show is Is Florence and the Machine.
Really?
I love her, man. I think she's incredible.
She got pipes for days, man.
She does, and just the way she carries herself on stage makes me want to like go up and dance with her and just be like, yeah, can I like just be around you? Like, you're just like bringing me a bunch of joy and
you start dancing like no one's looking. That kind of dance.
Yeah, doing like,
that's how you know a band's got you. When you start moving around a crowd of people that you like. I would never do this in the daylight in front of any of these people.
Right.
That's
that kind of feeling.
That kind of feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
Florence and the Machine. Is she also, you guys watch Game of Thrones at all?
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about it all day on the way over.
Okay.
we were gonna joke about how like it's like say your name. It's like I'm Chase, son of Robert. First of my name, mother of dragons.
Yeah. Because the worst part of I don't know. It's like the best and the worst is when you're into something and other people just kind of trash it. So there's like some people in the building that don't really like Game of Thrones as much as necessarily I do. So like kind of but in the music community, we're just chock full of nerds, man.
Yeah,
we're all into something. Someone was saying last time we were in here, no matter every musician you've ever met is a nerd about something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that goes for plumbers. I mean, probably nerds about plumbing, but
I think everybody's a nerd about something.
I was gonna say, I think that could apply to everyone.
Yeah.
There's something that I can make fun of you about that you're just way doesn't matter what anybody else says, you're still gonna be a nerd about it.
Yeah.
You should be.
Shamefinger. We're talking about. We were talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
yeah. Big Dungeons and Dragons fan right there. They love playing. And then one of the guys, he's from Scotland. He brought a game over with him. It's like this card game. It's like Magic the Gathering, but it was like kind of big over there.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of Magic before. I never really played myself.
I never really either.
Yeah, but that's cool. I mean,
there was this. Do you remember that one band that came through? Frostfang. Yeah. But their shirts. It was total Game of Thrones ripoff. I thought it was funny because it's the big metal they all look like they could be on Game of Thrones anyway. Mm-hmm. But the
Wildlings are like Wildling look, or they like the Northmen, or they look.
I said more Northmen.
Yeah, they got
Northmen.
the beard and stuff.
Yeah.
They got
just
big
to
wizard
give you
on their shirt.
A little taste of just a reference point.
Right. Yeah, I remember seeing that. And I was like, that fits. Like that's really dorky, but it fits. I'm here for it.
I always love bands that dress up in costumes.
Oh,
it's not a thing I would want. I always like wearing like a goofy shirt or something like that, or I think like a Halloween when I dressed up as a chick. Like something you just have some fun.
Oh, we dressed up as the Powerpuff Girls for Halloween.
Yeah.
We played a house show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's actually I'll go on our Facebook. It's still our page.
That's that picture.
Yeah, he's in I was
blossom.
You're pink and I'm in blue and Ross is in green. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got the wigs on. And stuff.
Yeah, and we covered the theme song just for good fun.
I don't even know the Powerpuff.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know exactly what it is.
That was a super fun show.
Thank you for saying. People should dress up more often because I always try to get them.
He loves making costumes. He's our costume designer if we ever dress up.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I made the Powerpuff Girl stuff out of scratch.
Yeah, I still have that in my closet, in case when am I ever going to use it?
Yeah, just in case I had to break the glass and break out my Powerpuff Girl.
Things are getting hairy. I got to get my Powerpuff Girls uniform on.
No, it's always fun because if you're not taking yourself so seriously, we don't have to take ourselves so seriously in the crowd. We can have fun with it, or if anything, just gives us something to Instagram or watch,
Yeah.
Right.
And that's half the time is keeping people's attention. So if you can do that, it's awesome.
Yeah, see, we're kind of bad about social media exposure and stuff,
which is a bad thing for this day and age.
I know, right?
Well, you're not bad at your live shows. I'll tell you that much, man. You guys put on one hell of a bitchin' show. So yeah, I mean. Keep doing that. I mean, it's not like people don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I feel like anybody I've talked to who's ever uttered your name as a live show, they're always like, "Yeah, man, that's one hell of a show."
Wow.
And they always compliment your guitar ability and your drumming, man, because you guys. And if Ross was here, I'd kiss his ass too. But yeah, I mean, you fill the gaps. I play guitar, so I'm always watching that. It's almost like a Johnny Marr. Kind of always fills the gaps. There's never space between the notes.
Yeah.
So there's always something going on. So you don't have that kind of weird lull between beats or anything like that. So it's always coming at you.
Yeah.
And that's always awesome because it doesn't give you a chance to break until the song comes down, and you're like, okay, what's next? And that's always fun to watch. You know, I think that just kind of shows that you care about your craft and you guys are practicing. You know.
Yeah, we practice twice a week right now. Really, I like to practice more, but time, time's the thing.
Yeah, no, it's
Never
hard.
enough time.
Dude, getting adults in the same room
Oh yeah, it's difficult.
is painful, man.
I know,
And
right?
then getting them to do something that's the whole.
That's not even
part.
gonna do that.
I'm
not even gonna do that.
Let's just show up. Let's just get that.
Yeah,
far.
I'm like the guy who's like, it's okay, we're here for practice. All right, I'm going to smoke 5 cigarettes before we start. My thing is I like catching up with everybody and kind of so we get
It's
that.
the hang.
Yeah, I like to hang for like
It's
a good
the
30
hang.
minutes and be like, so then we're like, okay, how you been, man? Feel like whatever mood, whatever mood everybody's in, and then we kind of get to where we're, ready
And
to work.
I remember a few times kind of being like knowing like for whatever that reason that week we were shorter on time, so I tried to me being me, I was trying to be like, all right, 5 more minutes, finish that one, roll back in, whatever, and it just sucks the life out of it. You can't, because the whole, even when you're practicing, it's like I'm practicing with like 2 of my best buds, and we're like working on this idea together, and when I don't know, at least for me, when we try to treat it like a it's not going to work.
Yeah, when it gets too robotic, it just, you want to always keep things organic.
Yeah.
Because that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Like, when you just milk the life out of something, it's kind of, what's the point?
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm not the biggest Fish fan, but I read an article this is like 15 years ago. One of the things they did, I think like half of them are sober at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
But what they used to do is they used to once a year they used to go into a room, take mushrooms, and then and have a candle lit, and they would just jam.
Yeah.
And then just to keep it kind of like loose, just to kind of like it's almost like the spring cleaning.
Yeah.
To like kind of like get it all out and make sure that they clean the pipes out.
People and stuff.
Yeah, we're all still doing this and we're having fun,
That's one thing I always respected about the Chili Peppers. You can always tell they're like such good friends, in general. Also, I think the Roots.
God, that's the greatest. Those guys.
Yeah, they're known. I remember hearing something about they always go get breakfast on like Sunday morning, like regardless of what's going on, like no practice or nothing, but just to have everybody in the same room and just
That's smart.
Yeah, like, I've met bands who do that before too. That like they'll just take like nothing musically related, just like have that one day of the week where they can go and just be people and because that's where it all comes from anyway. You know what I'm saying? Well,
a lot of times and you kind of people grow. I mean, if you're the same person 5 years. Something's wrong. You haven't been reading, you haven't been doing an experience in life. So to kind of like stay abreast with the people you're creating stuff with, I mean, it just makes perfect sense to kind of have a good temperature gauge. Where are you at, man? What are you doing? Something bothering you? You want to talk it out? No, you don't want to talk it out.
Cool. Let's go hit some stuff.
Well, yeah, let's go. Yeah, maybe we'll just go back in the room and hammer out some stuff.
Yeah, and see, like some days things are light and some days things are heavy, and it just depends on what's going on in everybody's life.
It's a friendship.
It's friendship.
Yeah.
It really is.
The music of friendship.
Yeah. Yeah. But like, do you guys have friends that are, yeah. Now you know. All right, what's a band that people should be listening to right now?
Boy.
There's a lot of them. I think.
Well, what's your kick right now?
We're talking like local bands or
what's wetting your whistle right now?
Beg.
Oh, we can go local. Beg.
We really like Beg.
Beg.
Have you heard of them?
Oh yeah. They actually we had the Next to Rock. We do that every year, and they competed this year. And I was looking like it was at the Tin Roof on Beale, and I was looking around the room like none of these people have any idea what's about to hit them in the face, because that is, I mean, Audrey.
Yeah.
She
I think it's.
Yeah, if I'm saying it wrong, Audrey.
Audra.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Very sorry.
Beg's the name.
Beg's the name of the band.
Yeah.
She just gets up there and she is in your face, and I mean it is everything that's kind of pure about punk rock.
Yeah, she's Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Who did we go to? We went to go see Not Tight at Lamplighter, right? That was what
That's
we went
I think that Not Tight is another one.
Yeah.
They're always.
Oh yeah, they're amazing.
Kicking out some great stuff.
Yeah, like David, man.
David, yeah.
Mm.
No, David's unstoppable. He's a drummer in my band, so like
I
can't sing his praises enough. But I love when math rock seems to be. I think that's like the hardest thing to kind of like to pull off because there's so many time signature changes and you run around and they pull it off like magically. And not to mention, there's an electric ukulele in the band.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
That should tell you right
Yeah.
there. What,
Robert Burns is a madman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, that's the ukulele. Like, this is going to be amazing. And then, I heard him, and I was like, they're such a good band. But, we went to see them, and then I remember I was waiting to get a beer at the bar, and then Beck started playing. And I was like, okay, this band, whatever. But they started playing, and I was like, I kind of turned my head, and I was like,
yeah,
I need to go listen to this. Like,
I shouldn't miss this. I should stick around and make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so they're really good.
That's an awesome feeling when you see that. Just that moment when they just
the
call your undivided attention. You're like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of like wow, there's something really cool going on over there.
Oh, we need to get them in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to sit down and talk with Bag Man because I just love what they're doing. They got some great merch too.
Yeah.
We got some really good merch. We got some great bands with great merch in this town.
Yeah.
Kind of taking it seriously. I like that.
They got the handmade, isn't it?
I think so.
I
bought a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they just got a not a stamp, whatever you call it for shirts.
The screen print?
Yeah, the screen print, and they just got a bunch of cheap, they're all different looking shirts, none of them are the same, and they just screen printed all on all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. We talked about doing that for a while, but they beat us to it.
Yeah, we learned from, there's a band called Ghouls from New Orleans we played with before, and they're like, they're a lot younger than us. I think when we first met them, they were like, 18 or something? Is that right?
I think that's right. They got like the perfect, just like, punk rock attitude.
Like the real spark, like the real deal.
They're like, we got a van and we're going to go to Memphis because someone said we could play a show there, and here we are. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, when we first met him, they're like, our friend's a cellist and he's on tour for his like recital stuff. So we just decided to ride with him and play some shows.
What it was,
and they were just booking them as they went. And they had I still got the shirt, but it's like it's a white T-shirt with a paint stencil. They just like cut out a really like, awkwardly cut paint stencil with their name, and they just took a roller and just went right over the top. And that was their merch, and I was like, these guys are awesome.
I like that. DIY, they're the greatest.
Yeah, they're like straight DIY, so they're really cool.
Ghouls.
Yeah,
Ghouls.
Gools. Yeah. And like some other bands. Saw Thrust is coming to play. The Growlers, you ever heard of them?
Saw Thrust?
Saw Thrust.
No.
They're one of my favorite bands right now. They're playing. Is it 18th May?
Something 10th, sometime in May.
Yeah.
Something 10th.
Yeah, they're like they're old. They're pretty.
Liking that too much.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah, I don't really looked at it too much. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a camera over there. Hi guys.
So we can strip down the audio too.
What's up?
I'll take the audio too because the audio usually sounds pretty good right now. We've been getting better with this with the quality, but we'll see how it looks afterwards. But yeah, Saw Thrust. All right.
Yeah, Saw Thrust is cool.
Ghouls. I'm glad we got to talk about Beg. I encourage anybody to see Wine Witch whenever they get a chance.
Oh yeah, Wine Witch.
They're fun as hell too. But what about anything like what's your guilty pleasure right now?
Like musical guilty pleasure?
I'm not gonna count Florence and the Machine.
I
Too talented
I don't
for.
feel guilty about
Yeah,
that one.
Some people, someone was like, I don't. It was like actually somebody in the industry, the radio industry too. Like, I just don't understand Florence and the Machine. I don't get it. I'm like, what's the get, man?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess if you don't get it, you're not gonna get it. So.
Yeah, I can't say I've listened to too much Florence and the Machine.
Yeah, she came to Music Fest one year, and I went to go see her because my girlfriend at the time was a huge fan.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go see Florence and the Machine, and they started playing, and I was just like, whoa. But man, guilty pleasure. I don't know. I've got a lot of music I listen to that Chase likes to rip a lot.
I'm kind of bad about that, I guess.
What, ripping him on his music
No,
taste?
I like it though because I feel like
I'm Mr. Music.
I'm not very opinionated a lot of times, and I feel like sometimes I should be more opinionated. It's more just kind of like.
Isn't that funny how that works though? When you just go with the flow and you're just enjoying everything as it comes, but you're like the culture of online social media and stuff like that tells me I should be more of a douche.
Yeah.
I should be more critical of all these people and the hard work.
See, I don't post anything. I'm just gonna there's enough people posting stuff. Like they got it covered. I'm gonna just do my thing.
Smart man.
Yeah, because things get out of hand.
They're gonna call you a mystery in like 20 years.
Yeah, right.
Chase, I don't know what kind of man he really is.
Yeah, his profile picture's from like 10 years ago.
He's a baby in his profile.
I guess I should just talk to him.
Yeah.
Find out what he's about.
Yeah, I know, man.
At least you won't have to justify things to your kids later on in life.
Yeah, right. Like, I have all those pictures on there. Like, well, this is what your dad was.
All these comments he made on random people's stuff, that's who he was.
Yeah, just stay away from the WMC5 comment threads.
Right.
And you'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just people throwing Molotov cocktails at each other.
Yeah,
I don't get it, man. Something will be out for like half a second and it's already just like
people just
insult.
And they're crapping on it.
And people just like they get that mob mentality and just end up making things worse half the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, can't we all just get along or something? Like, usually a lot of people have like a valid point in something, but you know, a lot of times both sides of the argument will have something kind of valid, but they can't.
Don't you dare say that out loud.
Yeah, right.
You got a good point. You got a good point.
Then you get ganged up on.
Oh, yeah, and then they're just like, look at this hippie.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
beat the crap out of him. Pick a side, loser.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's why I stay out of things.
Nah.
Yeah, with that, and I feel like for every comment that like might have like a good point to it, there's like 4 that are just like, this sucks. Like, sounds like. I guess I can't say anything.
Social media just doesn't do it for me. Like even like people are doing, they'll make like a real sweet post about something. I feel like it's all some things you share with people, and this is just me personally, but I'm like, the more you spread something, the less intimate it is. You know what I mean? Like some moments,
it's true.
Sure.
That's why we don't really put out a lot of stuff about like, hey, we're about to play the show, come look at us, because I kind of look at it, it's for the people that are there. You know what I mean? It's like that. Those intimate moments, they get lost in time. You know what I mean? Like, but if someone remembered it, then that was worth it. You know what I mean?
Well, we want to get more people at your shows.
Yeah.
Because I think you're going to have that connection, man. Because, like I said, you guys put on one hell of a show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, but I like that with the. I'm going to think about that later. With everybody just want to be more critical of other things just to throw something out into the mix when 9 times out of 10. I don't know why it reminds me of, we lost Omar Higgins this past week from Negro Terror and Chinese Connection, Dub Embassy, and the guy was in various other bands. But that was the one thing that impressed me the most about him. He wasn't afraid to be positive.
Yeah, he was super.
And that's such an admirable quality, and I think sometimes we forget that lost in the crowd, because if you're just talking to people on the day-to-day, I don't know, like it had like that cynicism can wear off on people, but a lot of people are positive about a lot of things and are working real hard to do things, and you want to support them. Yeah. Sometimes it's just that people who aren't doing anything just
start throwing stuff,
just throwing bombs and messes into it. But I always appreciated about him. He was, like, even on social media, he wasn't afraid to be positive, and you felt it was genuine.
I remember one of the first times I ever met Omar was he has his brother David that he plays guitar.
Yeah.
And I think Chinese Connection was playing in Rumble Room. I think this was before we met, actually. And he let me come sit up for a song, sit in with him. And I just thought it was like the nicest thing in the world, because he was like, yeah, come on over, and just he was so cool about it. And I just remember always appreciating that,
Yeah.
Like it's a real sweet man.
Yeah, we lost a good one, man.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I don't want to get all emotional on that one, because it was tough. He was really kind to us. Through all the time, we played a lot of shows with Negro Terror over the years. So, but man, I guess we're gonna wrap this up. We've been talking for a minute, but Future Losers, where can they get your album, and where can they listen to it?
Spotify. Apple Music, the works,
all the usual places. Yeah. By the way, this shirt, I love this shirt. By the way, this is awesome. Buy merch, buy stickers, buy all their stuff. See them live May 2nd at the High Tone with the band Fields. Fields?
Like Fields, like F-E-E-L-S.
Yeah.
Okay, Fields, like from Chicago?
From L.A.
L.A. That's going to be May 2nd at the High Tone. Like them on social media, even if they probably won't talk to you. But get their likes up. It'll help them when they book out of town.
We're working on it.
Matter. No, it's all good. It's all good. But thank you so much, Chase and Joey, for sitting down with us. Future Losers, check them out. See them live. Support local Memphis music. And next week we're going to have the Everdeens in and continue this right along. But thanks again. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, sir. All right.